To highlight some of the tools, I have 8 selected Channellock tools here. Hi, my name is Rocky Hyatt. I'm an HVAC specialist. I've been doing HVAC for 22 years all over the world. And I come to you today to show you a few tools that we use in HVAC and some of the tools that have made me successful. To highlight some of the tools, I have 8 selected Channellock tools here. The first tool is a Channellock 369 linesman pliers. As you can see here, it has several different functions. It has a cross hatch pattern at the very end. The teeth don't come all the way together, so you can grip things. It has a knife and anvil system to cut things. It also has a pattern back here to help you grip fish tape. You can pull fish tape, or you can crimp items with it. To show you some of the functions of the 369, I've got a piece of Romex here. We're going to strip the conductors off of these. We're going to strip the insulation off of these conductors. So you can strip wires with these. You can put wires together, and you can twist wires with these. You can trim wires with these, all with the 369. Another thing you can do with the 369 is you can take a smaller piece of wire. Say you have 2 wires you need to put together. Use your 369s to compress the wire insulation. Insert the connectors inside of a beanie connector. Use the back of the 369s to crimp the beanie. You now have a good crimped connection between 2 wires using a dolphin beanie. Another tool we like to use is the 810 PW or 810 PW. It's a 10-inch adjustable wrench. Works just like any other adjustable wrench, tighten, loosen nuts and bolts. The die is also removable. When you remove the die, you can flip it around, and you now have the function of a 10-inch adjustable pipe wrench. The Channellock 430 tongue and groove pliers. I have 2 of them. I usually carry 2 in my tool bag. Reason being is I usually have one to back up and one to tighten with. But the 430s come in handy when you're dealing with electrical metallic tubing, EMT. When you cut EMT, it has burrs on it. You can put the pipe inside the jaws of the 430s, and you can twist the pipe and it'll deburr the pipe. On 3/4 inch EMT, you can put the jaws together and insert it into the end of the pipe to ream the inside of the pipe. Working with 1/2 inch EMT is a little bit more difficult using the 430s. If you're using a lot of 1/2 inch EMT, the 420s may be your better bet. You can do the same thing. Once you cut them, you can deburr them using the 430s. But instead of using both jaws to ream the inside, you just use the top jaw. Insert in the pipe like so and twist. Then you're ready to install your connectors, whether compression or set screw. When you're using compression connectors, you will need 2 pairs of 430s or 420s to tighten the connectors. Whether using compression connectors or couplings, the 430s always work the best. And that's EMT. The next tool I'd like to talk about is the Channellock 909 crimpers. They have 2 dies. They have a die for non-insulated terminals and insulated terminals. They also have a knife and anvil cutting system. A lot of times you need an ability to cut things at the very end. So when you're reaching in tight spaces, you can reach in there with the end of the tool and cut the wire. When it comes to crimping connectors on wires, I'll take my 957s and strip the wire to the appropriate length, usually 1/4 inch long. Select the connector that I want on the wire. Insert the connector over the wire. Then choose the correct die to insert the connector in. Insert the connector in that die. Make sure everything's set and secure, and then I'd crimp the connector. We have now successfully installed a connector onto a wire. The Channellock 957 wire strippers, these guys are made to fit your hand. They have several functions. They have a gripping function on the very end. They have a cutting function. You can cut 6 30-second bolts. You can cut 8 30-second bolts. You can also twist solid wire. So if you got solid wire, you can stick it in the tool and twist it, like so. You can cut stranded wire, solid wire. You can strip stranded wire, solid wire. You can grip stranded wire, solid wire. It also has a locking assembly, a spring-loaded handle. Another tool is the Channellock 6-in-1 screwdriver. It's called a 6-1A. It has a number 2 Phillips bit, a 1/4 inch flat bit, a 5/16 nut driver. If you flip the barrel around, you have a number 1 Phillips, you have a 3/16 flat, and you have a 1/4 inch nut driver. The last tool I want to talk about is the Channellock 804S. It's a 4-inch adjustable wrench. It fits perfectly in your pocket. It'll open up to 9/16. It also has a standard metric gauge here to tell you exactly what size you're working on. It's just a standard adjustable wrench, but it fits in your pocket, so it goes with you anywhere you want to go. It fits nicely on bolts and nuts and lag bolts and any type of square head that you need to work on. I keep this in my pocket every day. I carry these whenever I'm going to go inspect a piece of equipment, because you never know when I need to cut something, strip something, screw something, open something, or I need something to adjust open to fit any type of fastener, whether it's a gas valve or any type of valve assembly. I use these when I have to securely put together wire connections, clean things up, cut things, disable things. These come in handy, these 909s. The 430s get used quite a bit on all different types of applications. The adjustable wrench gets used quite a bit on all different types of applications, especially with this feature of the pipe wrench. And then these would come in handy with cutting things, bending things, any type of electrical work, and any type of low voltage work where I need to use beanies to connect wires together. And that's the tools that I use for HVAC.